Cam, we've seen that you've kind of put on some weight from last season. How do you think that's going to translate to your game this year? What's it going to do for you out there?
I feel good at this weight. I put on like 10 pounds since the season, all healthy weight. So, just being able to go out there, Big Ten football is big man football. So just extra 10 pounds to be able to help me, with the run and it's just good weight. So just Big Ten, so I'm up there keeping up with them boys.
Cam, a lot of the guys are in that same situation, like Jamari and James Williams, guys who play your position. Coach Knight, when he was in here, said it's not like they're ordering pizza every night. So how do you go about that to do that the right way in the off season?
We got great facilities here. This new training table just opened up. So being able to eat healthy and it being like tasty and stuff like that. So just being able to get the right foods in our body. And just being conscious of getting those meals in, even when you're not hungry and stuff like that, because you got a goal in mind of, all right, I got to get 260. So
is it something that's easier to do when you have teammates that are doing that, that same kind of goal to add size and do it?
Yeah, most definitely. In team meetings, it's always all right, they'll be hey, we got our meals, be all right, we got to grab the snack before we go in the meeting room. So it's definitely helpful. We got some guys trying to get up there too.
How does that work with Nash when he was kind of at one point going the other direction?
No, I mean, right. I mean, I would say Nash is inspiration, when it comes down to that. He went from 315 to 285. So, you could do anything. He's just a proven point of, you could do it.
How much does it keep you on your toes when you have a room like you have where there's 10, 12 guys who could play and you're really pushing each other to get on the field?
Right. I mean, competition, and it's just it makes us better. I'm making Jamari better. Jamari's making me better. I'm making James better. He's making me better. So it's just the competition every day in practice. It just pushes us to do better and compete against each other because it's going to translate on the field when it's time for the games.
With so many guys coming back on the defensive line, how successful you were last year, has it been hard to implement that idea of we haven't done anything yet, then coming up into this next one?
I mean, yeah, most definitely. We went 5-7, so it's all right, we could have been we have the confidence, but at the end of the day, we did go 5-7, so it's we got that goal in mind of all right, we got a lot of work to still put in.
Hey Cam, how do you guys as players rally around guys that get hurt? Make them feel like they're part of the team, encourage them. How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, just being able to talk to them after, and just always be there for them, and just let them know that whatever you need, we got you at the end of the day. So it's just that positive reinforcement that they need. We're here for them. Yeah.
How much of your offseason you spend not just studying what you do, but you watching maybe NFL guys or certain moves they have, to just kind of looking at the details of how they get it done?
Yeah, so a big thing that we went into was we watched a lot of pass rush film this offseason because that's something that we want to elevate as a group. So we watched a lot of four-man pass rushing, just how they do it in the NFL. It's all right, their rush angles and things like that. So we do watch a lot of film in the off season, especially a big emphasis was pass rush.
Are there certain guys you locked in on to study their game?
Yeah, most definitely. The Bosa's, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's probably my favorite player, so I like to watch him a lot. But Brian Burns, so just all across, I like to watch a lot of different guys because the versatility of, I try to watch three tech rushes, 5 technique rushes, so yeah.
And 1 year in now, what did you learn about the Big Ten and kind of what kind of altercations to your body as far as strength and things that you needed to do to kind of become better in the season?
Right, so the Big Ten is physical, you know what I mean? And a lot of downhill running and stuff like that. So just being able to, build that callus and just get my body right and take care of it the best of my ability day in and day out. And just the play style, I'm all right, it's big man football here. So just being able to adapt to that.
As a guy who came in physically ready to go last year, what did you think this year when you saw Keona Davis?
Oh yeah, Keona, he's got the size and stuff like that, and he's gonna be a great player for us. And I like the look like he's also versatile too, and he can play a lot of different positions. So just being able to have him is like an added, to the room.
What are the mental hurdles a young defensive lineman has to overcome coming into college, even where you are at now, going year 2?
I'd say just being able to find your move, pass rush wise, to figure out what's for you, your game, how to watch film. That's a big thing that you have to learn, because it's like, it's not high school no more. So it's like, all right, I got to take like this more accountable, like, because it's like, like you need to know what they're doing before you can't just go out there and play. So that's definitely a big hurdle right there.
Exciting for you to play for Coach White for a second year. I mean, that wasn't always a guarantee coming out of last year with the success that his defense had.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a privilege to play for Coach White. He's a great coordinator, and so it was a good relief when he said he was coming back.
You obviously want to have success anyway, but when you have like kind of these super senior guys who come back and decided to run it back one more season, how important is it to you to send them out on the right note?
Right. I mean, it's an honor to be able to line up with Nash and Ty and Jamari and like, those seniors, like just being able to be on the field with them is a privilege. So like, when I'm out there, it's like, all right, like I'm doing it for them, like because it's their last. So, just being out there and being aware of that.
Anything else for Cam? Okay.
Thank you, guys.